Yes, very good afternoon. You're very welcome to Friarfield for the opening game of the afternoon here in this double header in the JJ Cavan & Sons County Senior Football Championship. It's an all-Western affair in the opening game here as Ballinacourty face Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Courty, of course, last lifted the Conway Cup in 2020 when they beat Rathgormack in that delayed county final. They're back here under new management this year. Pac O'Kern, the former Stradbally manager, of course, former Waterford star as well, of course. He's in charge of Ballinacourty this year, while on the Clashmore Kinsalebeg management side, Padraig Connery is again their Bonnish, and they have also another former Waterford football manager in the backroom team. That's John Owens, the Tipperary native, in giving a hand with Clashmore Kinsalebeg, who are warming up away to our right. Ray Tour for this afternoon's game is Tony Larkin from the Ballinacourty club, and we'll take you through the team lineups. Just the one change on the Clashmore Kinsalebeg team, which we'll bring you very, very shortly indeed. But we are going to start with Ballinacourty, who will line out as follows. No change from their lineup, which was given to us on the match programme this afternoon. So it's Aaron Beresford between the posts, the full-back then of Conor McCarthy, Darragh McGrath and David Montgomery. It's Charlie Treen, John Elstead and Sean Whelan-Barrett making up the half-back line. Lorna Porca is Neil Montgomery and Conor Prunty. Half-forward line, Keane Fagan, James Beresford on the 40 alongside Michael Kiley. That's the inter-county hurler, of course. And the inside trio for Courty, Patrick Herney at 13, the vastly experienced Pudge, of course, man of the match in the 2020 county final. Michael O'Halloran at the edge of the square. Number 15 is Dean Beresford, younger brother of Aaron. To Clashmore Kinsalebeg, it's Fintan Welch between the posts, a full back line of Kieran Burke, James Maloney and Adam O'Sullivan. Edmund O'Halloran, Kieran Connery and Killian O'Keefe make up the half-back line. It's Josh Fitzgerald and James O'Leary teaming up at centre field. The half-forward line, wearing number 16, is Jonathan Welch. He starts instead of Keane Kelly Carey. Luke Coughlin on the 40 alongside Declan Allen. And the inside trio for the trench this afternoon, Brian Lynch over at Tredeag. Number 14 is Sam Fitzgerald at the edge of the square. Number 15 is Paul O'Connor. So there are your team lineouts for this afternoon's game. Clashmore Kinsalebeg, that one change there, just to note that Jonathan Welch in instead of Keane Kelly Carey in the half-forward line as Ballinacourty substitutes make their way up to the stand. Some notable absentees in that Ballinacourty team, of course, with Mark Ferncombe, who had his recent operation from that cruciate ligament injury he suffered, so we're wishing Furry a very speedy recovery as well. And Conor Prunty is fit enough to take to the field. Shawnee Callahan also recuperating after a nasty injury as well in the hurling championship. There's no Tom or Brian Luby in the team either for Ballinacourty, both ruled out through injury. But it's still a very strong team on paper, and they'll be hoping to get off to a winning start here this afternoon. Bricky Rangers, the other team in this group, of course, they face Clashmore Kinsalebeg here in, Ballinacourty it is. They face next Sunday, Brickies against Ballinacourty in round 2 next weekend. And a reminder as well, we have further action coming up here on Clubber TV later this afternoon. It's the Cross Cumra Derby coming to you live here from Friarfield. It's a 3:30 throw-in for the meeting of Kilrossenty and Rathgormack. So really looking forward to this one. Yesterday saw wins for the Nair last night. Beat Stradbally 113 to 5 points, while JJ Hutchinson kicked 110 in Gold Tears. Winning start. They beat Kilmac Thomas in Welsh Park yesterday. So Tony Larkin from Ballylaflore is about to get this game underway. Tomas O'Careen from Onryan and Tom D of Rathgormack are his two linesmen this afternoon. John Herney taking his place in the stand here. Now a selector of Ballinacourty, so ball in game on this round 1 fixture is underway here live from the Friarfield. Ballinacourty straight into the attack. That's good play by Conor Prunty, the Waterford hurling captain, of course. Good quick movement inside, opening shot for Ballinacourty. Charlie Treen, it's high from Charlie. Is it on target? It certainly is indeed. What a score from Charlie Treen. He is 5 in his back, but he's obviously operating in around the full forward line. A couple of positional changes for Ballinacourty. His first year playing adults football, and that's not a bad start for Charlie Treen into the road goal. Ballinacourty, first blood to them after 28 seconds. Here's Fintan Welch in goal for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Goes route 1 with this one. Picked up, mopping the breaking ball there is Michael Kiley. On as far as Dean Beresford, younger brother of Aaron, of course, who's in the goal for Courty this afternoon. Lovely movement here, just as I say it though. Commentators curse perhaps on him, and it's mopped up by James Maloney in the number 3 shirt. Down as far as Killian O'Keefe, that familiar style of Killian, raiding forward off his right leg. Down the line as far as Coughlin just slips to the deck there, and this one is going to be mopped up by the ever reliable Sean Whelan-Barrett. Just loses his foot in there momentarily there. A little bit greasy there in place as the surface goes back to his goalkeeper. That's Aaron Beresford. Lovely sidestep by Aaron, and the two teenagers combined there. Beresford and Whelan-Barrett. Now a bit of space for James Beresford. Plenty of running off the shoulder here. Now on the ball is Conor McCarthy, player who loves to carry the ball forward. Here's John Elstead, another inter-county man for Ballinacourty. Links up with Montgomery in the middle of the field. It's Montgomery and Prunty for Courty midfield. Ball is loose inside. Is that a push in the back? Yes, says the referee. And it's going to be a free in there. Looks like Charlie Treen is winning that free inside there. A bit of a loose tackle there. Pretty bemused look on the face of Kieran Connery. Adam O'Sullivan was around there as well, but it's going to be a free in for Courty, and it's going to be the vastly experienced Patrick Herney who's going to stand over this one. Of course, man of the match in the 2020 county final when Courty defeated Rathcormac in Welsh Park. They'll be hoping to be back among the business end of the championship this season. This should be bread and butter for Pudge, and the umpire goes for the white flag. Second point for Ballinacourty. First score for Patrick Kearney, and he has his name on the score sheet. So 2 points to no score after 2 minutes here in Fairfield. Live coverage here on Clubber TV in association with Cummin Squale, Port Lariga. Short kick out, very short out as far as Ed O'Halloran, but he took it. He wasn't inside the D there, so the referee says that's okay. Clashmore trying to work the ball out. Here's James Maloney, 45 metres out from goal, goes back with it. Knows that there's options there and support play. Back as far as Adam O'Sullivan carrying that ball out for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. He's fouled on his way out though, so it's going to be a free out to the men in green and red. Here's Patrick Herney on the ball now for Ballinacourty. Oh, sorry, it's Brian Lynch, I should say. The inter-county man goes long with this one. Route 1 looking for options inside. Breaking ball back there, defending and doing his very best there is Keane Fagan, working hard for Ballinacourty. They have it back there. It's going to be a free in. It is going to be a free in. Sean Whelan Barrett seemed to come across there, and the tackling was illegal. Clashmore got on with it very quickly. Referee says it's okay. Now with Sam Fitzgerald operating at number 14, coming out deep for that ball. Now it's with Brian Lynch. Pop pass in as far as Declan Allen. Can he get the kick away? Goes across the goal. Declan Allen off the post. Very unlucky there. Off the outside of his right boot, and Aaron Beresford was pretty glad that one hit the upright and let off for Ballinacourty. Away they come. They lead by 2 points to no score. Michael Kiley on the ball now, almost playing basketball with it, but he still manages to retain possession. The number 12 being faced there by Edmund O'Halloran. Steps inside the cover. Neil Montgomery running off the shoulder. Neil with the diagonal ball, and it's a beautiful ball inside as far as Pudge Herney. Pudge has it, elects to go with the fists, has it, off the post there. Breaking ball is going to favour Declan Allen. Pudge had the chance there, he went for the score, but Clashmore Kinsalebeg back up there to mop up the pieces and coming out with this ball. Hand pass though, went astray, mopped up by Courty. Back with Neil Montgomery, 45 metres out from goal, turning and twisting, looking for options, has support there. Charlie Tree, he's got 1 point so far, going for number 2. Charlie with the effort. Looks like it's gone wide, even though there was no signal there from the umpire, but I think we knew by the minute that left Charlie's boot that it was off target on that occasion. Kick out going to come from Fintan Welch. He goes along with this one off his left leg, out as far as Killian O'Keefe, far over side of the field, getting there ahead of his marker. Was he pushing the back? Referee says go on, play on, you have possession. Killian going forward, now he is fouled. Sean Whelan Barrett a bit over anxious in that particular tackle there, and back with Clashmore. Ed O'Halloran loves to go forward off his right leg, diagonal ball. It's just going to beat Paul O'Connor, is it, or can Paul get there? He did very well to keep this in play. Oh, it does very well. Lovely bit of soccer skills there, silky skills from Paul O'Connor. Back as far as Luke Cockman, and it's going to be a line ball to Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Linesman had his flag up. Ballinacourty management team not too happy with that one underneath us. So it's going to be, I think referee is indicating it's going to be afraid there's a stoppage in play there at the minute. Looks like one of the Clashmore Kinsalebeg players is down receiving treatment. Could be Luke Coughlin away to our left hand side there in this opening round encounter. Reminder as well, we have more live action coming up here on Clubber TV at 3:30 this afternoon in association of course with Waterford GA. That's the meeting of Rathcormac and Kilrossity in that Cross Cumra derby, which will be throwing in at 3:30 right now though. 5 minutes gone, 2 points to no score between Ballinacourty and Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Looks like Luke Coughlin is down there just nursing what seems to be a bit of a knee injury. Not too sure, but hopefully he's okay. Last night we saw Owen O'Brien going off for Stradbally, of course, with a nasty enough ankle injury. But just receiving treatment there from Johnny Flavin, of course, ever reliable on the line with Clashmore Kinsalebeg in terms of physio, and I'm sure having a word in the manager's ear as well, making sure everyone is in tune. I see Brian O'Halloran down there on the sideline as well, keeping an eye on proceedings alongside the Bonnish Padraig Connery. Also great to see Mark Ferncombe making his way up to the stand here just underneath the Ballinacourty subs as well, and we wish him a very speedy recovery. Brian Lynch has this effort from the resultant free for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, which came about at the end of all that, but Brian won't thank me for saying that, but I don't think he'll want to watch that one again. So it's opening wide for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, 2 points to no score. Courty in control, 6 minutes gone here in a very still afternoon here in Fairfield. Kick out is going to come from Aaron Beresford. He thought about going short and elects now to maybe go route one with this one down on top of Neil Montgomery. Kieran Connery underneath him. Connery does well just to break it down there, but Ballinacourty quick onto that break, and it's with the aforementioned Montgomery. Route one from Ballinacourty. Looking for the ball is Pudge Herney, always positioning himself well, looking for possession. Has it 45 metres out from goal. Right now it's Sean Whelan Barrett. Treads this one through. Good run inside. Michael O'Halloran. Oh, it's O'Halloran with the effort. Has gone out for 45. It certainly is indeed the game's first 45. The effort from O'Halloran on that occasion. As Ballinacourty supporters still coming in. I see James Veal making his way in. A little bit late this afternoon, but I'm sure he will get informed of how proceedings were going, taking his usual seat literally underneath the commentator's position here and underneath the press box here in Fairfield. So interestingly, Ballinacourty have brought Aaron Beresford up for this 45. So for Ballinacourty. Beresford, he makes a clean enough connection with it, but it's gone right and wide. So it's another wide for Ballinacourty. John Herney issuing the instructions on the sideline, of course, involved in the backroom team in terms of coaching and selector with Ballinacourty. Paco Kern, the Bonish Door, Matty Kiley and Conor Barrett, also part of the Ballinacourty backroom team. They have the ball back, well won back by Conor Prunty on as far as Dean Beresford. Michael Kiley plays the 1-2 with him. It's back as far as the centre half forward. That man is James Beresford, known as Bull, of course, going forward. Ballinacourty have it on the edge of the D. Was that a push in the back? Yes, says the referee. It's going to be a free in. Free in to Ballinacourty. And again, it was good patient build up there from Courty, throwing the ball around, and it was a very well worked move on that occasion, and could result in a well worked score from this resultant free. As 8 minutes have gone here in Fairfield, and Pudge Herney is going to take this one for Ballinacourty. He's got 1 point so far, going for point number 2, kicking into that road goal here in Fairfield. Edge of the D, centre circle really, and Pudge's effort is over the bar. Number 2 for the former Dacia star, and he'll be happy with his start this afternoon. So 3 points to no score. It's Ballinacourty who've done all the early running here in Fairfield. Slight breeze, just looking at the tricolour over on the far over side. Here's the kick out from Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Fintan Welsh goes long. Up goes Sam Fitzgerald. Did well. Put up his hand, claimed the mark for Clashmore. Then goes route one with it down the line. John Elstead out in front of his man here, showing well for the ball. Courty have it. Back with Conor Prunty, the inter-county man. Hurling man lays it off, of course. John Elstead going forward now. Elstead off his left leg. Kicks this one in. It's a looping one inside. Fintan Welch is underneath it. Does well to control it. That's good goalkeeping. Clashmore working this ball out. It's with the full-back James Maloney in possession now. Clashmore playing keep ball, just trying to get their hands on it and build themselves into this game. They've yet to score here. Almost 10 minutes gone here in Fairfield. Ed O'Halloran sprays it across for us. Kieran Connery takes the return pass. O'Halloran gives it back to, or is about to, thought he was going to give it back to Connery. He elects to bring it across the field and bring Declan Allen into the occasion, crossing the 45 metre line. Allen has the ball for Clashmore. Drills this one in, but well cut out there. John Elstead sitting in front of that pocket there, reading the script well, and Ballinacourty launched another attack. Here's Michael O'Halloran, captained the team, of course, to lift the Conway Cup in 2020. Diagonal ball in as far as Beresford, in as far as Dean in the corner, out in front of his man. Kieran Burke doing the policing over there, very close to the sideline, far over side. Can Dean bend his back and get down over this one? Plenty of bodies there. Who's going to come away with it? I think the referee might have liked to throw it in, will he? And I think that's what Tony Larkin has indicated. It's going to be a hot ball. A throw ball even. 10 minutes gone. Ballinacourty leading 3 points to no score against Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Bricky Rangers, of course, the other team in this particular group. They have the bye this weekend. They'll be in action next Sunday at the same time when they play Ballinacourty. Clashmore working this ball out now. Killian O'Keefe sprays it across field. The punt pass out as far as Declan Allen, as busy as ever for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Great warrior, great leader, and a great player to have in your team. Allen brings it back into the centre as far as James Maloney, looking for options. Edmund O'Halloran. Maloney goes again. Ed decides to keep ball in as far as Brian Lynch, the inter-county man. Brian has it, turning this way and that, being faced up there by Neil Montgomery. Prods this one across as far as Jonathan Welch. It's asking a lot of Welch, but he's going to keep this one in play. He's pushed in the back though in the meantime. It's going to be a free for Clashmore to get on with it quickly. Evades the challenge there of David Montgomery, the brother of Neil, of course. Now it's with Clashmore again. Inside as far as Sam Fitzgerald. A burling run by Fitzgerald, who's a big man. back as far as Aaron Beresford, and very calmly worked out by Ballinacourty. Conor McCarthy doing well to win it back as well. Now James Beresford links up with Neil Montgomery. This is where Courty are dangerous, this breaking at pace and running off the shoulder. Monty holding the ball 65 metres out from goal. That's his own 65. Now they're on the 45 in the space of one hand pass in as far as Charlie Treen. Lovely balance and control by Treen, but he's been forced backwards by Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Goes all the way back as far as Kiley. Kiley has possession, links in with Michael O'Halloran. The number 14 has 14, he's back but playing really, really deep. Again, they're looking for Beresford inside. That seems to be the tack they're applying this afternoon. So far it's serving them well. Back with Courty now. O'Halloran, can he get a shot away? Michael O'Halloran with the effort off his right leg. Looks good from here. That is a super score from Michael O'Halloran. He backed himself. He's well capable of kicking those ones. We've seen him over the years for Ballinacourty, and Halloran is wearing 14 but is playing at wing forward. Demanded that ball, planted his feet and kicked over one of the scores of the game so far. 4 points to no score. Courty well in control here. 12 minutes gone here in Fraher Fields. Live coverage here on Clubber TVs this afternoon in association with Common Luke Glasgow, Port Lorriga. And of course we have more live action coming up for you at 3:30. It's the local derby clash between Rathgormack and Kilrossity, and I'll be joined by former Waterford boss John Jackson. Kiley will join us on commentary for that one. But right now it's about Ballinacourty and Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Clashmore have it back. Edmund O'Halloran seems to be a high challenge there. Yes, says the referee. Edmund O'Halloran goes to Kieran Connery. Courty management team protesting that one was a little bit too close, but they're happy enough with it. Kieran Connery. Brian Lynch back now as far as Jonathan Welch. Back with the aforementioned Lynch again. Oh, what a tackle there. Great discipline defending there by Ballinacourty, and it's going to be a free in. Seems to be a push in the back there on Brian Lynch, and it seems to be Keane Fagan as the guilty party there on that occasion. So it's going to be a free in for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Not an easy one for Brian Lynch. He was wide from a similar position a couple of moments ago. So will he work this one short, or will he elect to maybe have a shot at goal? Who knows? 13 and a half, almost 14 minutes gone here in Fraher Fields. Michael Kiley just getting a sup of Ishka there from Kevin Tobin. Involved in the backroom team, of course. Kevin ever present on the sidelines. Edmund O'Halloran, who gets the bottle of water ahead of Michael Kiley. So right now we're watching Brian Lynch off his right leg. He draws this one in. That'll be some score if it goes over. That is absolutely beautiful from Brian Lynch, is it? Yeah, it is. The flag has gone up. Super score from Brian Lynch. Opening score of the afternoon for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, and it comes from Brian Lynch. He backed himself off his right leg, floated over. An absolutely super score. So Clashmore Kinsalebeg are off the mark here in Fraher Field. Aaron Beresford with the kick out for Courty. Just a stoppage in play there now. It looks like running repairs being done there by Neil Montgomery. So Aaron is 20 on the 21 metre line, going to take this kick out. Matty Kiley. Looks like running repairs being done by one of the Courty defenders there. It looks like Neil Montgomery is down there. David Montgomery out there as well, yeah. So change of footwear required in the early exchanges here. 15 minutes gone here in Fraher Field. 4 points to 1, Ballinacourty leading. Tony Larkin just gone in there, has a chat with Kieran Connery. Aaron Beresford out there as well. Just players getting an opportunity to get some water on board in this round one clash. So the opening quarter flown by here in Fraher Field in this round one clash. Courty, of course, with 3 different scores so far. 2 frees from Patrick Pudge Herney, Michael O'Halloran and Charlie Treen also getting their names on the score sheet. Jack McGrath prepares to warm himself up. A member of the Waterford Under 20 panel earlier on this year were beaten by Limerick in the Munster Championship. So almost ready to resume here after that mini stoppage there. And looks like Aaron Beresford is ready to take this one. Neil Montgomery just acknowledging there from the referee that he's okay, he's good to go. So we're going to resume with Aaron Beresford for Courty. Off his right leg, plays it out as far as Sean Whelan-Barrett. Has possession for the men in green and white. Plays the 1-2 with Montgomery. Good play by Whelan-Barrett on now as far as Michael Kiley. Getting control of that football. Tall athletic figure of Kiley. Links up with Keane Fagan, the number 10 for Courty. Looking for options. Sprays it down the line as far as Dean Beresford. Dean has it now for Ballinacourty on the corner. Trying to work his way around here. Cuts back inside. Has possession now. Michael O'Halloran off his left leg. Sprays it back as far as Michael Kiley again. Has possession for Courty. Going across the field with it. 45 metres out from goal. Clashmore Kinsalebeg. James Maloney trying to stand up his man. Pudge Herney has it. Trying to balance and control that one. Does well to retain it though. Back as far as Sean Whelan-Barrett. Clashmore Kinsalebeg doing well. Getting the bodies back and disciplined in their defending there. 4-1 though. Courty lead on the scoreboard. Now it's with Michael O'Halloran. Diagonal ball. Going to be cut out though by Kieran Connery. Well read. Good tackling. Good defending by Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Diagonal ball this time outside of the boot there was Edmund O'Halloran, who tried the ambitious ball there to Brian Lynch. Didn't work out. Line ball to Ballinacourty, going to be taken by John Elstead, wearing number 6 for Courty this afternoon. Looking for David Montgomery, and linesman says the player stepped inside the field, so it's going to be a throw ball. That rule of course still there as well, that rule's still there, of course. A lot of people still getting confused by it, but it is still in action, and Tomas Green had the flag up on that occasion there. Clashmore Kinsalebeg win back position. Here's possession, even Killian O'Keefe comes across there. Tackle was good though, says the referee. On the ground then by Ballinacourty. Pudge Herney has a little look at the referee to say what's that about, but Clashmore have it back. It's with Sam Fitzgerald, well capable of going forward. Goes route one with this one. Inside in as far as the inside line. Clashmore Kinsalebeg player on the deck there. Seemed to be a trip there. Referee says play on. Chance there for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Coughlin failed to get his leg under. Has it on the second attempt. A snapshot from Luke Coughlin off his left leg. It's gone across the face of the goal and wide. There's another Ballinacourty player on the ground there. Seemed to catch his ankle there. Another player on the deck. Looks like Patrick Fitzgerald looks like he's going to come in just today. He's not listed as number 27 in the match programme because there's no number 27 on it, but that's definitely Patrick Fitzgerald who's making his way on. And just getting instructions there from Aaron Beresford. That's looks like Darragh McGrath is the player who's going to be in a bit of bother here. Just seemed to have went over on his ankle. Could be a ligament damage there. There's a lot of players picking up niggles as well, especially the ground conditions still not ideal in places, and that's another injury concern to Ballinacourty, who already have a lot of injury concerns in their camp. So it's a head injury in fact for Darragh McGrath. Number 27 is on for Ballinacourty, which looks like it is Patrick Fitzgerald. It's blood sub, so yeah, blood sub there. We've just been told underneath us. Thanks for that as well. So it's a blood sub, Patrick Fitzgerald for Darragh McGrath, for Ballinacourty. We'll follow the play. Back with Courty again. Onto the ball comes Sean Whelan-Barrett, looking for options inside, into the corner, and as far as Dean Beresford, showing well for the ball all afternoon. Gets inside the cover. Now can he finish off his left leg? Floats this one in. No, this one is a Gary Owen-like effort from Dino inside. That's Clashmore Kinsalebeg player on the deck. Seemed to be a free out there. The referee is happy enough to leave play on. Back with Kieran Connery. Can he get a pass away there? He's in a tight pocket of space there. Courty keeping the pressure on. Ball hits the deck. Eventually it is going to be a free out. So it looks like it's not Kieran Connery, I think it's Killian O'Keefe is the player actually down there just receiving treatment at the minute. So there's been a few stoppages in this opening 21 minutes or so is stop-start nature to this game so far, which Ballinacourty are leading by 4 points to 1 in this JJ Cavan and Sons County Senior Football Championship clash. Coming to you live from Fraherfield. More action coming your way, of course, at 3:30. That's the clash of Kilrossenty and Rathgormack, who meet in the opening round. So O'Keefe is up. The end result of this is going to be a free out for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Going to be taken by Adam O'Sullivan. Adam off his right leg and he just boots it out over the sideline. Bit of a waste there from Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Courty not hanging around, getting on with it quickly. Back with Michael O'Halloran, just took his eye off it. Does well to flick it back, knowing that Sean Whelan Barrett was there in support. Offloads now as far as Michael Kiley, bringing James Beresford into the equation. He has, in fact, that was Neil Montgomery who gave that last kick, excuse me. Good shoulder there, good tackling by Kieran Burke. Right now it is the aforementioned Kiley who has it for Ballinacourty, off his right leg, trying to draw this one in. It's ambitious from Kiley. It's going to go in around the house. Dangerous the ball inside there. Sean Whelan Barrett tried to get underneath it, but it's gone out and harmlessly wide there on that occasion. Sam Fitzgerald doing good tracking there as well. So kick out for Fintan Burke in goal for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Firmly established goalkeeper now with the past couple of years. Fintan always gives it his all. Bypasses a couple of would-be bodies there, and Keane Fagan gets the pass back, literally pushed in the back there by Josh Fitzgerald, back as far as Aaron Beresford is playing this I suppose attacking goalie role now, which has become very prominent in the modern game. Ballinacourty sweeping move across. Sean Whelan Barrett took the pass there from John Elstead. Darren McGrath is gone off with that head injury, and it seems to be a blood sub there for Ballinacourty with Patrick Fitzgerald into the equation. Right now it's with Courty again. Dean Beresford getting it back there. Sean Whelan Barrett on the getting his hands in possession now. Lovely sidestep there by Whelan Barrett, gone inside the cover. Can he get room to engineer a kick back as far as Dean Beresford over the head of Dean? Well read there by Josh Fitzgerald. Now it's Clashmore Kinsalebeg's chance to break. They have possession. Kieran Connery, quick hands there by Clashmore, and they're out of that pocket of space momentarily. But Court almost wrestled back there by Beresford, but doing very well there was James O'Leary to just keep his eye on it. Did well to retain possession. Back now with Declan Allen. Steps inside the cover. Edmund O'Halloran goes long, route one inside. Would be a great ball if Clashmore and Paul O'Connor can get his hands on it. Paul has this one, getting their head of Patrick Fitzgerald. Can he go inside Fitzgerald? Still Paul O'Connor for Clashmore. Good tackling though by Fitzgerald, did well. Disciplined tackling there, great defending there, out over the end line and wide there. Good piece of defending there by Fitzgerald, and Beresford was in a hurry to take the kick out, but he's not being allowed to take it quickly because Paul O'Connor wasn't outside the 21 metre line. He still has an option here of a short one. If David Montgomery has spotted Aaron Beresford was hoping he'd be able to take a quick one there, but not allowed by the Ray Tour. So it's going to be Aaron is going to go again, this time looking for options still. He goes short out as far as his centre back. That's John Elstead. Good play by John, has possession. Will he go back? He can't go back to Aaron, of course, given the new rules. You can't play it back to the goalie. So he thought about that for a few seconds. Right now it's Conor McCarthy who's away for Courty. The long striding McCarthy goes forward in as far as Dean Charlie Treen, I should say there. McCarthy and Michael O'Halloran combining. Now there's a runner. Michael Kiley trying to break that line. Killian O'Keefe comes across. Good challenge by O'Keefe. Has a runner off the shoulder. That's Prunty looking for options. Back outside. Michael O'Halloran evades the challenge there of Kieran Connery in as far as Charlie Treen. He got the opening score of this game. That's a great tackle there. Great turnover as a Josh Fitzgerald. Brilliant tackling there by Josh. He got back there, of course. Younger brother of Sam did well. Discipline in the tackling. Won the ball back fairly. Now it's Clashmore Kinsalebeg's chance to test that Ballinacourty defence. Here's Brian Lynch going forward. After him there is Elstead, the two inter-county men. They're having a good duel so far. They know each other really well. Oh, that's seemed to be a very hefty challenge there. It's late on Brian Lynch, but he's gone up though, or he's got up. Referee says there was no advantage accruing, so it's going to be a free in. Darren McGrath looks like he's ready to re-enter the fray. So Elstead is... Darren McGrath is ready to enter the fray. Patrick Fitzgerald is making his way back off. He did super intervention there for that ball from that 45. And eventually, forced it out wide a couple of minutes ago. But Clashmore Kinsalebeg just getting more confident the past couple of minutes and beginning to get their hands on the ball. And right now, here's another chance for Brian Lynch to kick this one. See Cian Kelly Carey making his way in for Clashmore, and Brian Lynch nails this one. Second point for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Super free there by Brian Lynch, and Clashmore Kinsalebeg. See Cian Kelly Carey making his way down there, so just confirmation as well that Dara McGrath is back in the Ballinacourty team, resuming his place. And here Courty come again. This time it's David Montgomery going forward. Montgomery gone inside the cover of Josh Fitzgerald, the 2 number 8. Still Montgomery going forward, fisted in. Wise decision there from Neil Montgomery. Good pressure being applied there by Josh Fitzgerald, but Montgomery was always a step or two ahead there, and with the fists wisely puts it over the bar. 5-2 Courty leads as we tick into the final few minutes of this opening half. Probably suspect there will be a few minutes of injury time due to 1 or 2 stoppages in the opening half. Kick out from Fintan Welsh goes long with this one. Breaking ball. Michael Kiley onto it for Ballinacourty. And we are going to have a stoppage there. We'll resume with where Podcherney has the ball. I think the referee has it stopped for a head injury. Patrick Kearney there just having a word with the linesman there. John Owens goes in to have a word with Tony Larkin as well. And it is James O'Leary, who's a tough cookie, in fairness to James. He's not going to stay down too easily, so he just picking himself up there, and seems to be carrying that right leg a little bit there. Just seemed to pick up a bit of a knock. He's been marked by Conor Prunty this afternoon. 2 big players for their respective clubs as they hope to get off to a winning start in this year's championship. Of course, no team knocked out after the group stages. You have the preliminary quarterfinals after that, and those teams that top the group, of course, as well, will go automatically into the quarter-final stages of the championship. That's the main aim, I'm sure, for a lot of clubs in this fast-paced championship. Games coming thick and fast again, like the hurling, week on week. Podcherney, and you knew by the minute he kicked that one that it was always going way to the right and wide. So it's another wide to Courty. He was trying to get a check on the wides calculation as well at half time, but 5 points to 2. So 4 minutes of additional time. Signalled by the match referee. Kieran Connery has it for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, looking for options, playing it out as far as Brian Lynch. Can he get there? He has it. It's a good play by Brian. Diagonal ball, goes route 1 with this one, down the line as far as Paul O'Connor, out in front of his man, did well to take it, got there ahead of David Montgomery, got inside the cover. Is he caught by Montgomery? He is. And what will the referee view this as now? Because Paul O'Connor was certainly away, there was certainly a loose challenge. Is it viewed as a deliberate trip? Is it viewed as a yellow? It'll be very, very interesting to see what the referee will do here. He's having a chat with David Montgomery. Usually when there's a chat being had, it's a sign that it's a yellow. Is he indicating that there was a trip? He's going to be black, I think. Black card for David Montgomery, so he's going to be 10 minutes in the sin bin for Ballinacourty. He just caught O'Connor as he went forward. Brian Lynch, quick free. In as far as Fitzgerald, breaking the line there is Luke Coughlin, and Luke Coughlin is fouled according to the referee there. A bit better by Clashmore Kinsalebeg, getting inside the cover there and engineering that free as well, which should certainly be well within Brian Lynch's range. So Clashmore Kinsalebeg hoping to get their 3rd point of the afternoon. It would be their 3rd free. David Montgomery makes his way up to the stand. So right now Brian Lynch going for another point for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Padraig Connery in to issue the instructions to his charges. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with this after a poor enough start, a sluggish start. Brian Lynch with the effort, and Brian Lynch nails that one to perfection even, excuse me. Superb kicking by Brian Lynch. He's absolutely beautiful to watch when he's kicking like that, and when he's on song, even when the radar is working. He's very, very hard to stop. That was a great score by Lynchy, as he's known, of course. A real leader now in this Clashmore Kinsalebeg team. Aaron Beresford goes long. 4 minutes of additional time. We've already played one of those. That's a mark taken there. Killian O'Keefe decides to elect to play on because he was in possession. Gives it off to the aforementioned Lynch. Looking for Paul O'Connor on that loop, that familiar style. Playing the 1-2. O'Connor and Lynch combining. Right now it's back with Luke Coughlin. Can he get room to kick this one off his left leg? Can it curl in? Luke Coughlin with the effort. Absolutely superb from Luke Coughlin outside of the left leg. He drew it in beautifully. We're right behind it here. And that's one of the scores of the championship so far from Luke Coughlin. 5 points to 4. It's back to a 1 point game here in Fairfields. And Clashmore Kinsalebeg certainly, they'll be hoping the half-time whistle doesn't come too soon because they're just beginning to get a foothold in the last couple of minutes. Long ball down the field. Foot race here between Conor Prunty and James O'Leary. It's Prunty who wins this one for Ballinacourty. Going forward, very close to the sideline. Coming across the challenge is Adam O'Sullivan. Courty have it down the line as far as Pudge Cherney tries to get ahead of his marker, Killian O'Keefe. Reading the play well there, back with Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Here's Connery. James Maloney evading that first challenge, has a chance to go down over it again. That he does. Benzie's back, surrounded there by a wall of green and white jerseys. Courty do well, overturn the ball. Now with Michael Kiley. Still Kiley going forward. Josh Fitzgerald testing the fibre of the jersey. Referee says play on. Courty have it. Here's Pudge Cherney. Running off him is Michael O'Halloran, 45 metres out. Sam Fitzgerald after him. O'Halloran with the effort off his left leg. It'll be a fair score if it goes over. Oh, it's gone right and wide on that occasion from Michael O'Halloran. Another wide for Ballinacourty. They're certainly beginning to mount up now from their point of view as we tick into the final 2 minutes here in Fairfield. As you can see, Fintan Welch is in no particular hurry with the kickouts for Clashmore. 5-4. Courty shading it. Aiming for Josh Fitzgerald. Up Josh goes, but it's broken down there by Ballinacourty. Keane Fagan was amongst the tick of the action there as always. Here's Pudge Cherney. Can he bend his back, get down over the ball? Very close to the sideline. Adam O'Sullivan can't keep it in play. Keane Fagan goes back as far as Michael O'Halloran. 33 minutes, 34 seconds played. We're into the final couple of seconds here. Can Courty finish the half with a flourish? Can they end with a score? James Beresford would like to think so. Across the face of goal. Oh, chance inside. Oh, it couldn't. Nearly caught there. Neil Montgomery. Ball fell into him. Just failed to catch it there because if he got that in his hand, it could have been very dangerous. It was an ambitious effort. Not sure whether it was a pass across. I think more a fluffed effort from Beresford. If Montgomery got his hands in that, that could have been very, very dangerous indeed. But harmlessly out and wide. And this should be the last action of the first half. There's another Clashmore Kinsalebeg player down. It's Killian O'Keefe again, who went down early there. Seems to be holding his head there. Johnny Flavin, I'm sure we'll have a further assessment on him at half time. We should hear the short whistle very, very shortly indeed from Tony Larkin, the Raitor from Ballyduff Lower, of course. Here's Fintan Welch. Goes long. Referee still decides there's going to be a few seconds to go here. That seemed to be a hefty challenge there. It is on Montgomery. Courty getting on with it quickly. In as far as Pudge Cherney. They want to get that score before half time. They want that 2 point lead. Is it going to come from Herney? Effort from Pudge. It's gone outside and wide. And with that, the referee brings an end to this first half here in Fairfield. Ballinacourty in control. 5 points to 4. They lead. 2 for Pudge Cherney. 1 for Michael O'Halloran, Neil Montgomery and Charlie Treen also helping themselves to a point apiece. Brian Lynch with 3 pointed frees for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, and Luke Coughlin with an absolutely superb score off the outside of his left boot. But that's where we'll take a breather here in Fairfield. We've a few ads coming up and then we're back for the second half of this County Senior Football Championship clash between Ballinacourty and Clashmore Kinsalebeg. But to give you the half-time score here in Fairfield, it's Ballinacourty shading it. Ballinacourty 5 points, Clashmore Kinsalebeg 4 points.
Welcome to I Love My Club By, with me, your host, Seamus Barry, the podcast that gives you the insight into our local games of hurling and camogie. Join us as we take a look at some of the characters around the county on I Love My Club By.
Would you like to join the Club or GAA community, earn some money for your club, and get state-of-the-art analysis for your team? If you're a player or a coach who wants an easy way to review and comment on match clips or analyse competitors' games, then check out Club or Coach. If you're a county board, videographer, or even a club that wants to maximise the revenue potential of the games you stream, we offer free services to run a paywall and video ads. If you're an expert analyst, check out our automated clip generator, which can eliminate a lot of your repetitive manual tasks, and you can focus your energy on capturing the real insights which help your teams improve and use your freed up time to help additional teams. If you'd like to join our growing Clubber community, please contact sales@clubbertv.com for a free trial or advice on the different packages we offer.
Ryle Oak, Bagnallstown, Loughlin Bridge, Carlow Town. I've been driving this route for 20 years now. As a driver, you get to see the importance of these bus routes for people in the community. We really connect with the whole country. People use the service for their shopping, going to college, going to matches. They come to rely on us to get them where they want to be. We're also the official transport provider for Carlow GAA players and supporters. You get to know some familiar faces along the way, doing their daily routine or their weekly trips. It's nice to see a friendly smile to brighten up your journey. My name is Jimmy. I've been driving for JJ Kavanagh & Sons for 30 years.
Yes, you're very welcome back to Fairfield for this County Senior Football Championship Round 1 encounter. It's Ballinacourty leading Clashmore Kinsalebeg 5 points to 4 at half time. Plenty of stoppages in the first half, but it's tight so far between these great rivals. Many great battles over the years. Brian Lynch with 3 frees for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Pud Cherney with 2 frees for Ballinacourty. So Tony Larkin gets the second half underway here. It's Clashmore trying to get their hands on the ball there. Josh Fitzgerald in the centre of the field. Was it played on the ground? Seemed to be picked off the ground there, but the referee says play on. Michael Kiley dishes the pass outside, and Ballinacourty mount the first attack of the second half. Back with O'Halloran. Running repairs being done there in the centre of the field. Back with Courty. Here's Prunty. Sprays it across as far as Sean Whelan Barrett. The number 7, but always loves to get forward. Looking for options. Pops it inside. Tight confinement there, but Ballinacourty still managed to retain it. Conor Prunty brings Sean Whelan Barrett back into the equation. On as far as Pudge. That familiar style of Pudge on the run. Off his right leg. It'll be fair score if it goes over. Oh, it's gone wide from Patrick Kearney. 2 points from frees in the opening half for Courty. Charlie Treen, of course, got the opener. The teenager, Neil Montgomery and Michael O'Halloran also chipping in with a point apiece. Fintan Welch off his left foot goes long, batted down, literally just punched down first time there by Montgomery, aware that Kiley was there. Now back with Pud Cherney again, tries to get inside the cover there. Kieran Connery comes across, the tackling was okay, says the referee. Bit of soccer being played here. Ballinacourty going forward. Fintan Welch is off his goal line, picks it up for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, and away they come. James Maloney. Oh, it's an ambitious ball there from Edmund O'Halloran, but it doesn't reach the intended target there. That seems to be a hefty challenge there on James Beresford. He's on the deck. He's as tough as nails. He's not a fellow who stays down too long. Adam O'Sullivan has the ball still in his hand, but that's going to be a free. It looks like Clashmore Kinsalebeg as well. Looks like we're going to have a card. Of course, we already had a black card for Ballinacourty. David Montgomery is still waiting for his introduction to come back on for that foot trip on Paul O'Connor in the opening half, and you can see a card being flashed there towards that, but so Conor Prunty preparing to take this for Ballinacourty. And that was a yellow card there for James O'Leary for Clashmore Kinsalebeg for that challenge. In what is, I believe, the opening yellow card of this round 1 clash, coming to you live here from Fairfield. Again, just players checking on the welfare there of Beresford. It took a heavy enough blow there, but it looks like he's going to be okay to continue. Keane Fagan just underneath us, being marked there by Jonathan Welch, the number 16, who started instead of Keane Kelly Carey for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Keane, of course, a very talented youngster. I'm sure we'd see him at some stage in this second half. So back all the way as far as Aaron Beresford. Into the centre now, as far as McGrath links it up with Beresford. It seems to be recovered from that injury. Now he has going forwards on the 45-metre line. Off as far as Dean Beresford. Darren McGrath trying to get inside that cover, trying to break that line. Clashmore Kinsalebeg swallow him up, but the tackling is a little bit over-anxious there, says the referee, and it's going to be a chance for Ballinacourty to add to their tally here, and Pud Cherney to add to his particular tally. Very interestingly though, Aaron Beresford looks like he's trotting up for this one. The goalkeeper had a shot for a 45 in the opening half, which went the wrong side of the post, but you'd imagine this is very kickable for the Ballinacourty goalkeeper. Dean, of course, his younger brother Aaron, now taking over the goalkeeping duties from Stephen Inright. Long-standing goalkeeper, of course, with Ballinacourty. Aaron, of course, member of the Waterford panel, hoping to get his name on the score sheet here in this opening round encounter. David Montgomery prepares to come back on after receiving that black card. This is Aaron Beresford with the effort, and Aaron's effort is bang on cue. It's over the bar. Super score there by the Waterford inter-county man. David Montgomery preparing to come back on, waiting for instruction there from the match officials. If that was a confident kick by Aaron, you certainly would have felt that it was kickable, and Aaron illustrated that there. 6-4, Courty lead by 2. Fintan Welsh goes long, breaking ball. Sean Whelan Barrett is onto it. Better from Ballinacourty. Sprays it across now. Nobody picking up. Pudge Hurney far side. Has a runner off him. That's Michael Kiley. Kiley going forward on the 21. Has another option inside. In as far as Dean Beresford. Beresford inside. Oh, fails to get his hand on it there. And Clashmore Kinsalebeg booted out of the way there. Just anywhere will do. It was James Maloney there. Lovely bit of skill. Declan Allen takes it inside his man. Can't go down over the ball though. Slides into that tackle then. Was it off the ground? Referee says yes, it was. Killian O'Keefe. And David Montgomery is back on for Ballinacourty, but Clashmore Kinsalebeg doing well to momentarily intervent the shot coming in, but then handled on the ground by Killian O'Keefe. So Aaron Beresford has a chance to repeat the dose, which he almost did literally 30 seconds ago. Michael O'Halloran seemed to be back in a sweeper role there for Ballinacourty, now pushing further up the field. So Aaron going for 2 in a row. Looks good from Aaron Beresford. It's over the bar. Super score. And he makes the run back always a bit easier, I suppose, isn't it, after a score for Aaron Beresford. So he's a joint top scorer now for Ballinacourty this afternoon, along with Pudge Hurney. Aaron with a 2-pointed freeze, which he's nailed. Looks like Rian Welch there taking off the bib there. Not too sure whether he'll see action as well. DJ Kiley, you see, warming up down there as well. Joint captain, of course, for the Waterford under-20s earlier on this year. Back as far as Killian O'Keefe wins that breaking ball well, has a runner off him. That's Sam Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going forward. Michael O'Halloran after him. It's good tackling by O'Halloran. Good block there by Michael Kiley, who came across there. He got his leg to that one. He's claiming that it's going to be a Ballinacourty ball, but Tom D says line ball will be to Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Kieran Connery going to take this one. Former Waterford star, of course, played in the 2010 league final, of course. Waterford narrowly beaten by Limerick that day in Croke Park a year. Waterford got promoted when John Owens was the then Waterford manager. He's on the line with Clashmore this afternoon. Clashmore in the attack now. Jonathan Welch outside of the right, and it's right and wide from Jonathan Welch. He got inside the cover, certainly had more time than he thought, but right and wide from Clashmore Kinsalebeg's Jonathan Welch. Courty goes short, out as far as Conor McCarthy. Got it from Aaron Beresford, demanded the ball, picked it up well. Sean Whelan Barrett. James Beresford very deep for Courty on his own 45. Back to Sean Whelan Barrett. It's patient by Ballinacourty. Sean Whelan Barrett down the line as far as Dean Beresford. Show well out in front of Killian O'Keefe, very close to the line. Which way is it going? It's going to be a Ballinacourty ball, says Tom D. Adam O'Sullivan was last to touch it, so Dean Beresford leaving it there to the more experienced, the younger guy leaving it to the experienced campaigner. That man is Michael O'Halloran. Michael goes all the way back as far as John Elstead onto that ball at pace. Luke Coughlin comes across the challenge, but Ballinacourty playing keep ball just to begin to get a foothold in the last couple of minutes, and they lead on that scoreboard as well. 7 points to 4. 38 minutes gone in this round 1 clash. Coming to you live from Farfields. Courty have it. Pudge again. All was shown for that ball, holding up the play, dictating the proceedings. Ballinacourty playing keep ball. Prunty takes the 1-2 there with Beresford. Lovely move. Can they get a finish? Prunty with the effort, and Conor Prunty gets his opening score of this round 1 clash. Beautiful flowing move there from Ballinacourty. Prunty playing the 1-2 with Beresford, and Prunty literally punt kicking the ball over the bar. So double scores. Ballinacourty 8 points, Clashmore Kinsalebeg 4 points. They just began to kick on after half time. They led at half time 5-4. Clashmore Kinsalebeg yet to score in this second half. 3-pointed freeze from Brian Lynch, and one of the scores of the game from Luke Coughlin. From their point of view, that beautiful strike off the outside of his left foot. But it's Clashmore who have the ball. The one man you'd want on the ball is Brian Lynch. Sprays it down the line looking for Paul O'Connor. Being marked tightly there, very tightly by Conor McCarthy. He's hard to shake off. Great pressure there by McCarthy again. Sam Fitzgerald down over the ball. Great tackling by Courty. Sam going forward. He has an advantage coming, I think, yes, says the referee. Connery goes quick off as far as Luke Coughlin. He's got one off his left in the first half. He's going for one in the second half. Coughlin with the effort. Super effort there by the teenager. The number 11 for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Second point of the afternoon. Ballinacourty just a little bit of sleep there from that free. Quickly taken by Connery over to Luke Coughlin. And he dissects the posts off his left leg. 8-5. Back to a 3-point game. And it's a good score from Clashmore's point of view. Aaron Beresford Off his right leg goes long, looking for Monty. Being marked by Kieran Connery. Lovely offload to Conor McCarthy. Off his right leg. Seemed to be caught rather late there, but he was very, sporting there. Stayed on his feet. Courty have possession. Beresford to Pudge. That's Pudge Hurney trying to get inside the cover. Just loses his footing. Does well though to retain it. Back as far as Beresford. Now it's Sean Whelan Barrett. Looking for options. James Beresford demanding that ball. Just seems to be holding that centre forward position. Pops it inside as far as Beresford. And he's tackled there illegally. Literally pulled down there by Kieran Connery, who knew he was probably going to be beaten by the younger man there, and he acknowledges that. I think the referee as well to say no intention there, but Dean Beresford just cutely winning that free there, and he's really shown very well. Plenty of pace, plenty of energy in that Ballinacourty forward line. So we see Rathcormac just heading out there behind the road goal there for their warm-up. Of course, they'll be in action in the second game, which will be also coming to you live here on Clubber TV. Rathcormac taking on their cross-comer rivals Kilrossity. Throw in at 3:30. Right now it's all about Ballinacourty, and we're watching Pudge Hurney going for his third point of the afternoon. 8-5 they lead. 41 minutes played. Pudge with the effort. Oh, it's scattered by Fintan Welch just underneath the crossbar. He'd be disappointed with that one, but then Clashmore Kinsalebeg lose it. Back with Pudge. Going forward. Chance for Pudge with his left foot. Kicks it in. Oh, across the goal and wide from Patrick Hurney. Clashmore Kinsalebeg spilling possession there. Broke to Pudge off his left leg, across the face of the goal and wide. That would have been a big score, one would have felt, but dragged it across. And Fintan Welch, and I'm sure the Clashmore Kinsalebeg defenders, along with the management team, were pretty relieved to see that go wide. Fintan Welch goes long, breaking ball, favours Ballinacourty and Sean Whelan Barrett. Michael Kiley on the ball again, just that give and go, that 1-2, that patient build up from Courty. Back now as far as James Beresford. Conor Prunty making a run off camera as well. Back now with Michael O'Halloran. Just puts on the afterburners there, goes forward. Sean Whelan Barrett. Oh, lovely footwork there, lovely jinx inside by Barrett. Whelan Barrett back to Pudge. Pudge with the effort, shoots on sight and shoots over. A superb score, number 3 for Patrick Hurney this afternoon. Patience in the build up there from Ballinacourty. Beresford was involved. Whelan Barrett then gave the offload. Pudge on the spin, and that familiar finish that we've become accustomed to from Patrick Hurney nails that one to perfection. 3 points for him this afternoon. Courty now lead 9 points to 5 on the scoreboard. 42 minutes gone here. A very still afternoon in Fairfield. Ball goes long from Welch, breaking ball. Clashmore Kinsalebeg around. Then it's just wrestled back there superbly by Neil Montgomery, but illegally so according to the referee. Looked like he'd won the ball cleanly, but I think it's going to be an extra 13 metres now, because Monty in frustration there kicks the ball away then, so it's going to be a free for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. And Edmund O'Halloran going to prepare to take this one, going short out in front of Brian Lynch. Lynch trying to escape the challenge there of Keane Fagan. Fagan doing well, sticking to his guns. Back as far as Sam Fitzgerald. He's on the 45, looking for options. Killian O'Keefe moving away from him. Still Fitzgerald. Still Sam going forward. Sam with the effort off his right foot, and that one is harmlessly wide again from Sam Fitzgerald. But again, look at the track of there. It was Michael O'Halloran with 14 in his back working hard as always. The primary school principal, of course, up there in Kilbrine National School. Aaron Beresford going to take this kick out for Courty. Goes short out to Keane Fagan, out in front of his man, showing well. Offload there. John Elstead is off the shoulder. Good play by John. Cuts back inside, looking for options. He can't go back to the keeper, of course, and now you can, because the second pass got as far as Sean Whelan Barrett. Sean stepping inside the cover there does well. Keane Fagan has Darren McGrath off his shoulder. McGrath just decides to go forward. Heads up football from Ballinacourty. Knows then that Michael O'Halloran is that offload ball. Keane Fagan moving again through the centre. O'Halloran decides to just keep it for a couple of minutes. Now it's with Fagan. Lovely move here by Ballinacourty. They're starting to string some fine moves and some passes together. Still Monty. Off to Charlie Treen. Charlie's effort. He got the opening point of this game. This one is looping inside in as far as Fintan Welch. Kept his eye on the ball. Did well. Controlled it well. And off his left leg just puts it along the floor for Edmund O'Halloran to get underneath it for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, working the ball out. Now it's Adam O'Sullivan takes the 1-2 there with Kieran Connery. Now it's the aforementioned O'Halloran on the ball. First cousin, of course, of Michael, who's playing for Ballinacourty, the Halloran dynasty. Lovely sidestep there, gets inside. Prunty and Clashmore Kinsalebeg working the ball up. Now it's with Sam Fitzgerald. Sam still has it. This is a good run from Sam going forward. Tested there by James Beresford on as far as Brian Lynch. Just took his eye off it. Sean Whelan Barrett into intercept. Well read there by Sean Whelan-Barrett. He's been everywhere for Ballinacourty this afternoon. Has had his difficulty with injuries, of course, but great to see him back to full fitness, and he's a big player for Ballinacourty in this championship. Off now as far as Montgomery. That's Neil. Inter-county hurler, of course, as well. It's himself and Prunty teaming up at midfield. Back as far as Elstead. Treads it through. In as far as Dean Beresford. Out in front of his man. Is he going to take on James Maloney? Inside. Goes back out as far as Pudge. Pudge on the loop. Effort from Pudge as he pulled it. It's gone in. And the umpire said it's gone wide. For a second there. Pudge is pretty adamant that ball is over. He's going in, and John Elstead going in there to have a word with the umpire as well. And I think the linesman could be, Tony Larkin could be coming over there to have a word with, to see, did he see something different, but it's gone outside and wide is the end result there. Referee just checking with his linesman Tom D there. Edmund O'Halloran just seems to be in a bit of bother there, just getting a bit of treatment from Johnny Flavin, but he seems to be back on his feet. So we're just past the second quarter of this second half. 9 points to 5. Ballinacourty lead. Declan Allen just took his eye off it there. Sean Whelan-Barrett trying to do the tackling. Is it over anxious from Sean Whelan-Barrett? It is. Sean Whelan-Barrett just literally hanging off Declan Allen there, and Allen still takes that free quickly. Off as far as Edmund O'Halloran. Lovely sidestep by O'Halloran. Gets inside Keane Fagan. Oh, it's a poor ball there by Brian Lynch. Taken off him there by Montgomery. Literally pulled to the ground there. Michael Kiley has it back now for Ballinacourty. Keane Fagan moving off him. Kiley goes for the return pass. Can he get it in his hand? He has it in his hand. Still Kiley going forward off his right leg. Takes his score this time. Wise decision there. And Michael Kiley gets his name on the score sheet for Ballinacourty. 7 different scores now for Courty this afternoon. Michael Kiley gets his name on the score sheet. Lovely move there. Fagan gave it back to him, and Kiley for a split second there might have been a goal chance, but elected to shoot over the bar. It's back to a 5-point game. 10-5 Ballinacourty lead. Declan Allen has it for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, who just need to get a few scores. They've just got 1 point so far in the second half. That's come courtesy of Luke Coughlin. He's got 2 so far. Right now here's Sam Fitzgerald gone inside the cover of Prunty. Still Sam Fitzgerald. What a tackle there. Prunty working hard to get back. Falls to the ground. The referee says the tackle was illegal. Luke Coughlin takes the effort. Takes it very quick. Too quickly. And is it gone wide? It is gone wide. That is... Yeah, it's their own. The ball wasn't put down by Coughlin. He took it quick, and the referee says it's gone wide. So, very strange decision there. He rushed the kick, he took it quickly, and umpire waved it wide. Ballinacourty getting on with it quickly. Referee says it's your own fault. You took it quickly, so now Courty can punish it again and extend their lead if they get down the field. Keane Fagan puts it on a plate for Sean Whelan-Barrett. If he can thread this one through, runners inside. Oh, well cut out there is Kieran Burke, brother of Tig de Borca. Of course, no Tig today for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. I'm sure we'll see him at some stage, maybe later in the championship for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Ballinacourty, ball brought forward, an extra couple of metres there for descent. James O'Leary on the ball for Clashmore now, looking for options. Brian Lynch in a really deep role at the moment for Clashmore, looking for Coughlin, just out in front of him there, reading it well there with John Elstead. Plays the 1-2 with Prunty, back to James Beresford. Punt kick, Neil Montgomery. Nobody picking up Montgomery. He's had a lot of room, a lot of latitude this afternoon. Nobody keeping an eye on him. He's gone inside the cover. He's an advantage coming up here, and David Montgomery had the effort in the end there, but the referee was bringing it back there. Josh Fitzgerald is asking questions there about the tackling there. Referee said, lads, I was right alongside it. So are they going to bring Aaron Beresford up for this particular free? He's in no particular hurry up with it, but he's got 2 points so far this afternoon. Pudge Hurney top scorer so far with 3 for Ballinacourty. Brian Lynch has got 3 frees for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. This one just maybe a little bit further out than the previous 2. Aaron has had a shot off, but I'm sure he's going to have a cut off this one. 49 minutes on the clock here in Porky Araker, and Aaron Beresford has a chance to get a hat-trick of points in this opening round clash. He steadies himself off his right leg, drills this one in. It looks good. Fintan Welch is looking up at it, and Aaron Beresford gets his 3rd point of the afternoon. 3 frees for the Ballinacourty number 1, and showing him, I suppose, how it is done. Brian O'Halloran, I see on the sideline there with Clashmore Kinsalebeg there, encouraging his troops there, out with that shoulder injury. Of course, he picked up in the Intermediate Hurling Championship a couple of weeks ago, so hoping things are going well as well for Brian O'Halloran as well on the Ballinacourty side. Great to see Mark Ferry Ferncombe here today, of course, after that cruciate operation that really serious injury he picked up in the hurling championship. We wish him well, and also young Shawnee Callahan as well is also recuperating after a nasty injury. We wish him all the very, very best indeed. Ball across here, could be dangerous chance for Ballinacourty. Ball in, oh, it's gone wide. What a chance that was there. It was Charlie Treen. The ball fed across to him right in front of the goal. You certainly would have thought he would have hit the target, but Charlie somehow hits off the wrong part of his boot, even though he was only a few yards out from goal, and it's another wide for Ballinacourty. They do lead on the scoreboard, 11 points to 5. We have a substitute coming up here for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Cian Kelly Carey into the fray for the men in red and green, and looks like James O'Leary, who seemed to be carrying a bit of a knock there from a very early juncture for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. So he comes off Cian Kelly Carey, and it's James O'Leary who's gone on for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, their opening substitute of this round 1 clash. 11-5, Ballinacourty lead. Around about 10 minutes to go here in the opening game here in Fairfield. Edmund O'Halloran on the ball now for Clashmore. Killian O'Keefe peeling away outside him, but he elects to keep possession. There's a bit of an off-the-ball tangle there involving Conor McCarthy and Luke Coughlin, and I think Conor McCarthy acknowledges that as well there, that he was just caught in a tangle there. Referee says free into Clashmore. So it's just confirmation there of that substitution for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Cian Kelly Carey on for James O'Leary. Looks like Ballinacourty are preparing, and in fact Rian Welch, the son of Pat Welch, of course, former Nair great, and trying to see, I think it is Charlie Treen who's gone off behind the goal there for Ballinacourty. So Rian Welch getting his opportunity. Of course, he was captain of the Dungarvan CBS team that reached the Munster Colleges final this year, beaten by Ennistimon CBS that day. Just completed his leaving cert earlier on this year. Here's the free from Brian Lynch, and Brian Lynch gets his 4 point of the afternoon for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Just keeps them eating into that Ballinacourty lead. So there is confirmation of that. So Charlie Treen on his senior football debut this afternoon, he makes way, he's got a point. Rian Welch enters the fray. 11-6, Courty still well in control. Clashmore Kinsalebeg doing the tackling there, but it's a bit over the top, says the referee Tony Larkin. It's going to be a free out. Sean Whelan Barrett once again amongst the thick of the action there. Charlie Treen just gets a pat in the back there from Pat O'Kern, of course, manager with Ballinacourty and dual manager this year, of course, in his first season in charge with Abbeyside Ballinacourty. Oh, good tackle there. Sam Fitzgerald got his hand in there, but John Elstead did well to retain that all-important ball. Now it's James Beresford down as far as Dean Beresford. Plays the 1-2. Oh, plenty of space inside here for Prunty if he can get inside the cover. Can he get room to swing this one inside? Oh, Fintan Welch does well. Saves it literally very close to the goal line there, or the end line. Does well then. Patience off his right leg to work it out. Knew that Adam O'Sullivan was there. On now as far as Sam Fitzgerald. Clashmore Kinsalebeg will be hoping to get a pep in their step and just up the pace for the next few minutes. Down as far as Luke Coughlin, very close to the sideline. Can he keep it in play? Gets there ahead of his marker. Ball was still in, says the linesman. Coughlin throws it forward there. Was that a challenge there? It was loose. David Montgomery there comes across. David, who's just got a black card in the first half there. Referee says he saw it, he's closer than we are, so we'll go with the call from Tony Larkin there on that occasion. But I have to say David Montgomery seemed to have his eyes on the ball there, but Luke Coughlin, in fairness, he didn't stay down either. He stayed on his feet, and it's going to be a free for Brian Lynch, which certainly can eat into this lead even further. And we still have around 6-7 minutes left to play, plus whatever the referee will decide to add on here in Fairfield. Brian Lynch, he's got 4 so far. Can this be number 5? He floats it in. Oh, doesn't look like it's going to make it. It's gone wide. Right and wide there from Brian Lynch. Looked like for a second it was drawing in, but unfortunately not from Clashmore Kinsalebeg's point of view. Clashmore mentors and substitutes underneath us, just urging him to push up. They feel they have to throw caution to the wind there for the last 5 minutes. Ball down as far as Neil Montgomery, who was marking Neil Montgomery. He's had the freedom of Fairfield all afternoon. Coming across there is Coughlin. High challenge by Luke Coughlin there, and I think the referee and I think the linesman as well is right alongside. The referee is going to acknowledge that. Tony Larkin is going to have a chat John Herney there pointing out that it's not Luke Coughlin's first time. The referee is going to deal with it on this occasion. Certainly going to be a yellow card for Luke Coughlin, who's got 2 points so far this afternoon, but he's also going to find himself in the referee's notebook now. A yellow card for Luke Coughlin. Montgomery, he's hardly out. He's up very, very gingerly indeed. Picks himself literally straight back up, but yeah, I think that was a deserved yellow card for Luke Coughlin there. So Sean Whelan Barrett going to take this one for Ballinacourty. He's been busy all afternoon. 11-6. Courty going to start their campaign with a victory. James Bursford. Tony Larkin having to duck out of the way there from that ball. Conor Prunty. Bursford. Prunty looking for it again, but Bull decides to hang on to it in as far as Pudge Herney. Balance and control by Pudge. 2 or 3 players swinging out of him. Referee says play on. Pudge is looking for the free. On as far as Reen Welch. Good play by Reen, looking for options. On as far as Sean Whelan Barrett going forward. Steps inside the cover, in as far as Monty. That's Montgomery. Going to go, oh, lovely solo. Lovely tummy there by Montgomery. Now he's gone inside, has a runner off him. In as far as James Beresford, just bypasses James. Can he keep it in play? He'll be doing very well if he does. He has kept it in play. Booted on by Connery. Back with Courty. Ambitious from Michael O'Halloran. Could well work out. Keane Fagan can't get his hands on it now. It's with the other Keane. That's Kelly Carey. What a tackle there. Conor Prunty came across, got his right hand on it. Disciplined tackling, won the ball back. Courty in possession. Seemed to be a foul there. Was that a throw? Referee says play on. Did we hear it? No, I thought I heard a whistle there. And there's a bit of talking, there's a bit of dissent there, a bit of off. Conor Prunty looks like he's going to get his name in the notebook now. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure whether Ballinacourty were expecting a whistle there, but Conor Prunty obviously said something there. Tony Larkin isn't in agreement, so it's a yellow card for the Waterford hurling captain. Obviously something that the referee didn't like, and it's going to end the result of that is it's going to be possession to Clashmore Kinsalebeg, is it, or is he going to throw it in? I think he's going to throw it in. Kieran Connery was claiming that it should be a Clashmore ball. Ballinacourty preparing another substitute underneath. It looks like DJ Kiley is getting ready to come on. Son of Ian, of course. He'll be entering the fray in the next few minutes. Ballinacourty with possession, and Ballinacourty there, and a bit of reaction there from Conor Prunty, who's not best pleased with that decision. He had possession well, just won back into the face there, I think, of one of the Clashmore Kinsalebeg players, and referee says, Tony Larkin says, right, let's have a throw ball. Clashmore win it back, punted forward there, literally fisted forward by Sam Fitzgerald, but Courty, they're winning a lot. They've won a lot of those 50-50 duels all afternoon, and right now they'll be hoping to add to their tally. Dean Beresford on the ball, 45 yards out from goal. Sean Whelan Barrett comes off him. He elects to go as far as Reen Welch, the substitute, just onto the field. Back with Michael O'Halloran, back into Beresford. Keep ball stuff now from Ballinacourty. They'll just want to do that for the next few minutes. In as far as Beresford, he's swung around there by Adam O'Sullivan, and that's going to be a free. Ballinacourty are preparing DJ Kiley to come on, and just trying to see who's going to come off in the next few minutes. Looks like DJ is heading into the full forward line and the half forward line. Michael O'Halloran is the player who's made way. So 2 minutes of additional time here in Farnfield. Michael O'Halloran makes his way off. DJ Kiley is into the fray. So right now, here's another chance for Ballinacourty, and it's Pudge Herney. Patrick Herney with the effort. It's floating in. It's high. Can it be kept in play? It's gone out and wide. Did end up in the back of the net there from Reen Welch, but the ball had gone wide. So 11-6, 58 minutes gone. 2 minutes of additional time here. Ballinacourty look like they're going to start their campaign with a victory in the group stages of the County Senior Football Championship. Of course, Bricky Rangers are the other team in this group. It'll be Ballinacourty against Bricky Rangers next Sunday. Michael O'Halloran makes his way up to the stand. A very good shift from Michael this afternoon. He got a point. He was busy as always, and he'll be happy with his efforts this afternoon. Dean Beresford treads it down the line in as far as Pudge. 3 points so far this afternoon for the corner forward. Can he get it forward? He's going forward, just puts on the afterburners, has a runner off him. Here's Keane Fagan! Fagan into the back of the net. Brilliant move from Courty. They've had a few of those this afternoon. They've left maybe 1 or 2 goals behind them, but there was no leaving that one behind him. Pudge did well. He just pushed forward there, aware that Fagan was off him. The wing forward took the ball at pace, and he buried it past Fintan Welch in the goal for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. That is game, set and match to Ballinacourty. 1-11 to 6 points. Keane Fagan with his opening score of the afternoon, and it's the opening goal of this round 1 clash. Brian Lynch wins it back for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. Momentarily though, intercepts it back with Elstead. On to Pudge. Pudge Herney with the effort, and that's gone across the face of the goal in white. Pat Kern there. Paco just holds the arm up in the air to say it may be better use of it in future there, but poor Joel was the guy who just shoots on sight, but probably been guilty of maybe 1 or 2 wides this afternoon, but I'm sure they'll be working on that during the week as Courty get ready for round 2 next weekend. Another local derby against Bricky Rangers. They have possession back again. This time it's James Beresford onto Sean Whelan. Barrett looking for options inside as far as DJ Kiley just took his eye off it. Lost his footing there as Clashmore Kinsalebeg mop it up. Edmund O'Halloran carrying the ball out. We're into the 2 minutes of additional time here in Farrar Fields. O'Halloran looking for options inside. There's not too many inside that Clashmore Kinsalebeg full forward line. Right now it's Paul O'Connor, the speed merchant, being marked by Conor McCarthy. They've had a good duel all afternoon. O'Connor though, it's McCarthy who's won the duel. He's kept Paul O'Connor scoreless so far this afternoon. That's Luke Coughlin with the effort. He's got 2 fine efforts so far, but he hasn't got a third right and wide. Out as far as Conor McCarthy. Short kick out there from Aaron Beresford, worked upfield by Ballinacourty. Taking the 1-2 there with Sean Whelan, Barrett, Dean Beresford. This has been very, very lively this afternoon. He hasn't scored so far, but he's been really, really busy for Courty. They can finish with another score, and that's David Montgomery, but that's gone wide. Another wide for Ballinacourty. Certainly have had a few wides as well. Finding himself in the forward division there, but he's defended well as well, David Montgomery, although he did get a black card in the first half as well. So another substitute for Ballinacourty. It's Jack McGrath making his way into the fray, wearing number 26, and off comes Neil Montgomery. Very solid display by Neil this afternoon. Contributed a point, mounted several attacks, and worked back the field as well. I suppose everything you want from a modern midfielder, a modern footballer. Certainly Neil Montgomery will give you all of that and more. Josh Fitzgerald goes forward. Clashmore hoping to finish with a flourish. Here's Cian Kelly Carey inside the cover. Cian Kelly Carey back in the net from Kelly Carey. Aaron Beresford hardly saw it. Brilliant move there. Fitzgerald teed him up. The 2 teenagers combining, and Cian Kelly Carey, prominent soccer player as well, of course, shows he can finish there. Past Aaron Beresford's second goal of this game as well. There'll be 2 high quality goals, in fairness. Cian Fagan at one end and Cian Kelly Carey there for Clashmore Kinsalebeg, rifling it past Aaron Beresford. 111 to 1-6, and that should be the last action. It is the last action of the opening game here in Farrar Field. It's Ballinacourty who've made a winning start here to round 1 of the County Senior Football Championship. They've seen off Clashmore Kinsalebeg 111 to 1-6. Patrick Herney and Aaron Beresford with 3 points each. Aaron Beresford is the Ballinacourty goalkeeper, of course. He nailed 3 frees. The goal coming from Cian Fagan near the end following a brilliant team move. Conor Prunty, Neil Montgomery, Charlie Treen and Michael O'Halloran all chipping in with scores as well for Ballinacourty. For Clashmore Kinsalebeg, Brian Lynch kicked 4 frees for them. The goal came from Cian Kelly Carey, as you saw at the death there, and Luke Coughlin kicked 2 fine scores from play for Clashmore Kinsalebeg. But it's a winning start for Ballinacourty in the County Senior Football Championship. A reminder as well, we have more live action coming up at 3:30 here on Clubber TV. It's a pretty intriguing game to look forward to as Rathgormack and Kilrossenty, that cross-Cumra derby, they'll do battle coming up very shortly indeed. That will be live here on Clubber TV in association with Luke Squale, Port Loriga. But the full-time score here in the opening game in Farrar Fields in round 1 of the County Senior Football Championship. It's a winning start for Ballinacourty. Ballinacourty 1 goal and 11 points. Clashmore Kinsalebeg 1 goal and 6 points. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to I Love My Club By, with me, your host, Seamus Barry, the podcast that gives you the insight into our local games of hurling and camogie. Join us as we take a look at some of the characters around the county on I Love My Club By.
you like to join the Clubber GAA community, earn some money for your club, and get state-of-the-art analysis for your team? If you're a player or a coach who wants an easy way to review and comment on match clips or analyse competitors' games, then check out Clubber Coach. If you're a county board, videographer, or even a club that wants to maximise the revenue potential of the games you stream, we offer free services to run a paywall and video ads. If you're an expert analyst, check out our automated clip generator, which can eliminate a lot of your repetitive manual tasks, and you can focus your energy on capturing the real insights which help your teams improve and use your freed up time to help additional teams. If you'd like to join our growing Clubber community, please contact sales@clubbertv.com for a free trial or advice on the different packages we offer.
Ryle Oak, Bagnallstown, Loughlin Bridge, Carlow Town. I've been driving this route for 20 years now. As a driver, you get to see the importance of these bus routes for people in the community. We really connect with the whole country. People use the service for their shopping, going to college, going to matches. They come to rely on us to get them where they want to be. We're also the official transport provider for Carlow GAA players and supporters. You get to know some familiar faces along the way, doing their daily routine or their weekly trips. It's nice to see a friendly smile to brighten up your journey. My name is Jimmy. I've been driving for JJ Kavanagh & Sons for 30 years.